Alright, once again, back for another update. This time it's the historical and westerns. First up, 55 Days at Peking, set during the Boxer Rebellion, 1900. This looks pretty good. We're checking that out at some point. Agony and Ecstasy, Charlton Heston, Rex Harrison. Rex Harrison playing Pope Julius II and Heston's Michelangelo. Real great film. Really saw this years ago. Really enjoyed it. Look forward to watching that again. All the King's Men. This was a BBC drama. I'd say this has got to be around 10 years old. I would say during the Gallipoli campaign. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll have to watch it again though, because don't really remember too much about it. Barbarossa, I watched this recently. Rutger Hauer playing German Emperor, or Roman Emperor, trying to conquer Italy. Real disappointing film. I know a fair bit about the subject, and this wasn't good. The one good thing about it is that very entertaining death when someone gets a crossbow bolt through both eyes from a sideward angle. That's about it. And also when they're assaulting this Italian city, I'm not sure what Italian city it is, and they have their prisoners. They've kind of tied to siege towers. That doesn't stop the defenders from pumping them full of crossbow bolts. That was pretty entertaining, but that's it. It was pretty awful. Beckett with Richard Burton, Peter O'Toole. Haven't seen this film before, but I imagine it's going to be good. The Bounty with Mel Gibson, Anthony Hopkins. Cromwell, had this on VHS. I know it suffered severe cuts to it at the time. I think a lot of that footage has been lost now. But Richard Harris is pretty good as Cromwell. Alec McGuinness is good as Charles I. Prince Rupert, played by Timothy Dalton as well. He's pretty good. The Battle of Edge Hill is okay at the beginning, but the Battle of Naseby is not that great. They're pretty historically inaccurate, like especially numbers wise. Cross of Iron with Sam Peckinpah. Sorry, all the DVDs fell then. We're going off the shelf. Really looking forward to that. That looks great. That looks a great film. Well, I'm trying to put these back in some sort of order. I hate it when they all fall like that. Right, okay. Oh, that should be alright. Days of Wrath with Christopher Lambert. God, it looks just a real disgrace on the cover of this. Actually, it really looks quite low budget from the cover, but it's really not. I was watching some of it. They've at least got some semblance of some sort of budget. They look pretty good. The Deceivers, Pierce Brosnan, found a thuggy cult in India, 1925. Looks interesting. HMS Defiant, a classic film, Alec Guinness and Dirk Bogarde. Light Horseman, really looks good, this film. It's set, is it the Italian light horse attacking Beersheba outside Gaza, the First World War and last real great cavalry charge. I remember seeing something about that in one of the young Indiana Jones episodes. Longships, classic daft film. A Viking taken captive in North Africa. Lord Jim, Peter O'Toole. Haven't heard, haven't seen it, but I've heard good things. Right. Just want to keep this in order. Mountains of the Moon. I think I'm missing a film out of here somewhere. Hold on a second, I'm just going to step back for a sec. I think I was looking at it earlier. It's in the history section. This is March or Die. Gene Hackman. Pretty good cast as well. I know the television version is a lot longer, cuts out an entire battle. But apparently it's a real good film. I'll have to check that out. I'll get back to this now. Mountains of the Moon. Patrick Bergen and Ian Glenn playing two British officers. An adventure down the Nile. Hear good things about this film as well. The Scarlet and the Black of Gregory Peck. He's a priest. He's trying to hide Allied POWs from the Nazis. Christopher Plummer's a Gestapo officer. Haven't seen it. Check this out. I'm bound to check it out sometime. Soldier of Orange with Rutger Hauer. Here there's a longer version of this, but it doesn't have English subtitles. Could be from Holland. Yeah, I really want to check that out. I hear it's real good. Waterloo. Now I realise, I think sometimes this film gets a little bit of flack because I realise Kubrick was working on an apparent Napoleon biopic. Once he heard this was being worked on, he kind of stopped it. But that shouldn't take away from the enjoyment of this film, because the battle sequences are absolutely fantastic in this film. Rod Steiger is so awesome as Napoleon. Christopher Plummer ain't bad either as Wellington. Dan O'Hurley as well as Marshal Ney. A lot of the fighting, a lot of it was filmed in I think Russia and Italy. A lot of the soldiers, extras, are all Soviet troops. The sequence where Marshal Ney leads the French cavalry over the ridge, and all the British infantry are in square checkerboard formation, is just fucking awesome as hell. It's amazing. It really is incredible. Some of the fight sequences, you can't knock the fight sequences because they're incredible. Some of the best. Really doesn't really get like the credit it deserves. It's a real great film. This is Steelbook of In the Name of the Rose. This is from Spain. I really like the film. And this is a real nice edition. I had this on VHS, and I was going to upgrade this down to DVD, but I thought, you know, why not? I'll get the nicest version of it, in my opinion. That. Right, now up next. Now, I love this film, Lawrence of Arabia. I bought this off an Amazon seller. I'll just show you quickly inside, because it is a nice edition until I tell you why I'm pissed off about it. You know, it's a nice edition there. I bought this off a seller, as I was saying, and he said it was apparently it's in like new. Yeah, bollocks was it like new. You can see there, I'll try to hang up to the light here. You can't really see. Yeah, there you go. You got that? Look at all those fucking markings there. It literally looks like he's used it for a fucking dartboard. Look at that, here we go. See all the dents there? I hope you can pick these up, man. Dent at the top. This is in just fucking shocking condition. And look here, look at the chapter inserts here. Not the chapter insert, like it comes on the back of it. I'll try to get this for you. Probably can't pick that up. Yeah, there you go. Got that? Look at that. Fuck's sake. I mean, just, you know, if you're going to say like new, just make sure it's in some sort of semblance of good condition. That's a fucking disgrace. Look at that, man. There's no way that, you know, the motherfucker's going to get that money off me. You know, I'm definitely getting my money back for that. Stuff like that really pisses me off. Really annoys the fuck out of me. Sorry, man, but I really do get pissed off about stuff like that. Blind Justice with Armand Assante. This film is class. Blind gunman fighting Mexican bandits under Robert Davi. Oh god, this film is so entertaining. Check this out. This is brilliant. Really funny. There we go. Sorry about that. Custard of the West with Robert Shaw. I'm sure I've seen that many years ago. God, this is a real pain in the arse. Right, sorry. There we go. Gone to Texas, Sam Elliott as Sam Houston during the Texas Revolution. This is a real good film. If you're interested in this subject, really check this out. Battle of San Jacinto. Is that how you pronounce it? San Jacinto? Real good at the end. Shows his life with the Cherokee as well. Now, I don't think Sam Houston ever sported a moustache, but Sam Elliott's just so badass. Just let him have it. He's just brilliant. Right. Hour of the Gun. This is another Wyatt Earp film with the Clantons. James Garner's real good as well, Wyatt Earp, and Robert Ryan's real good as Ike. At the beginning, it claims that it states this is the truth, this is the real truth. Well, to my knowledge, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday never hunted down and killed Ike Clanton. Ike Clanton died late, I think, with his brother. I mean, but to be quite honest, it's so entertaining. I love the way Doc Holliday's he's not actually dying. I love the way the doctor suggests almost if he stops drinking he'll be better, but not that he's dying from tuberculosis. But it's an entertaining film. I gotta say, I was laughing at it was real good entertainment. Right, there's 4 more left. Right. Mickey Rourke in The Last Outlaw. I've heard kind of alright stuff about this. I'll check that out. Professionals. Burt Lancaster, Lee Marvin, Robert Ryan, Jack Palance. That's a good cast. Look forward to watching that. White Buffalo. This is a version from Australia. I hear Charles Bronson. I hear this is fucking awful. Will Sampson. I think is he the Indian out of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? It might be someone else. Yeah, I hear that's awful. And last of the films, and I picked this up for a £5, and I really love this edition of the film. It's Howard Hawks' production of Rio Bravo, John Wayne, Dean Martin, Ricky Nelson. It's a really nice edition. I'll try to show you some of it inside if I can. I'm going to put the camera down. It's a really nice edition of it, and for such a cheap price as well. Comes in like 2 kind of parts. Put one part down there. They caught hell and held it back. That is one of just one of the most badass taglines, man. That is so brilliant. Inside there. Never seen Rio Bravo. I can't wait to check it out. I was really happy with this edition when I picked it up. Comes with, I think, some lobby cards as well. It comes with a little booklet inside of there. Yeah, someone's like a little. Yeah. Oh, ain't that nice? That's lovely. And it came with, there was something else. I don't know if I can take it out, but it's a bit. Trying to get this out before the battery runs out. There we go. That's all the stuff it comes with. For a £5 as well. Can you believe that? I'm so happy with that. Like, I'll try to open this up. This light. I'm not sure what this other thing is. Oh, here we go. It comes with some little kind of postcards inside. So I'll show you a few more. It's just a little bit fidgety. Oh, it's really nice. Really like that edition. If you can pick that, I thoroughly recommend picking that up. Such a cheap price as well. So yeah, that's the end of westerns and historical films, and I'll be updating. I'll do one more update. And cheers for watching. Cheers for subscribing.